Hey everybody, it's Nick Olson, Chupacabra Offroad. The X3 build continues. Today we're going to add a little bit more light, finish off the front of this vehicle with Baja Designs X3 specific headlight kit. Now, it's going to replace the stock headlights with 6 of their S1 lights, which pack a lot of punch. Each of these little guys is packing almost 2,400 lumens of light. So we're going to be more than doubling the lighting power. Down here, we've got some adjustability with it. When you add the light bar that we've already installed along with our Squadron Pros here on our mirrors, we've got an awesome front end. Let's get into it. Well, adjustability, guys. So, I'm a big fan, we're a big fan, Chupacabra Offroad, of adjustable lighting and having a lot of options. There's no one better than Baja Designs for this, the way their lights are put together and assembled. And this also led to us with our race mirrors and our Pro mirrors being designed that you can install any light you want and you can adjust that independently. And we like this feature because most of you guys have a lot of light on your car, you're going with a personalized setup, and when you're mounting lights up on your mirrors, you might want to move them all the way out. For that reason, Baja Designs suggests that the wide cornering lens combination is ideal for what we sell to most of you customers that have lights out there. And when you mix it with the lights that we already have and we're about to install, the Onyx 6 and the new headlight kit, you've got a lot of adjustability. You can fine tune it. And this isn't for the guy really who's bought lights and is gonna be done with it. This is for those of you that have off-roaded, you've done a lot of night rides, you kind of wanted to tweak and play a little bit with it. And like I said, when you kind of mix our mirrors as a mounting location with Baja Designs products, you can get almost any combination you desire. You can play around with the amber or the clear. I mean, I love having some ambers. If you guys have seen the channel, you know that I'm a big fan of having that, even for the daytime to be seen. So you can add some amber covers and any of the lights that you choose. It's a very cool setup. So why I chose this whole setup, it's fun to talk about. It almost seems like big light bars are not as in vogue or in fashion as they used to be. Some of the downsides are that they take a lot of power, and with the Canam, the stator isn't that powerful, so that's something that is a potential downside. A big downside too is you learn over the years, you see some of the content on our channel, when you're doing off-road rides, particularly in the dunes and you're not leading, you get roosted with some sand. That big light bar up top really doesn't even help you. And if you look at some of the past videos on my channel, previous stuff when I had my Razor Turbo S, I had the big 40-inch dual control where I could then turn off the clear and just run the amber. It helped a lot. And that's what I liked about this setup is as I start to migrate away from using a big 40-inch light bar type of setup, you've got 3 different lights and then you get more light down low, which is inevitably gonna work better in the dust or fog for some of you guys that deal with those type of scenarios. But now you kind of got it running on a couple different switches. Now you're gonna have a high and low with this headlight kit we're about to install. You can, like I said, swap the lens patterns out on the 10-inch, and you've got the adjustability of the Squadron Pro. So that's kind of a quick and dirty what I was thinking. One other thing I like about this setup is that it's very simple and very clean. You don't even have to buy a bumper to mount the lights. Replacing the stock headlights, I've always been a big fan of. I've done that on the last few Razors that I've owned. At first I tried rigid, then I did the Squadron Pro setup on my Turbo S. So I like it. I like how it looks. I like that you don't have to even deal with an extra wiring harness or switch. You saw the high-low adjustment, and it's pretty well protected, being a little bit behind your grill here. Same thing with the specific kit here that Baja Designs also sells with the 10-inch Onyx. It's a simple bracket that bolts right onto the shock tower. It's clean, it's out of the way. Again, the light is below your line of sight. And like I said, you're keeping your light a little bit lower than just your traditional light bar. You've got more to it. And then with all 3 of these, you can kind of mix and match and get what you want. I mean, just the Squadron Pros are very bright. I've led night rides out in Glamis with just those lights. So you can see by my glasses, I don't see that well, particularly at night. I always wear my glasses, like a lot of you guys that might not have the best vision. So, it's important that you come up with something that works well for you when you are running a good pace on night rides, particularly in the dunes. You want to have as much visibility as you can. And this is the type of stuff that you can kind of tweak and play a little bit and make your own. And that's like the best part of owning these UTVs is putting them together, putting your own special twist on it. I'm a big fan of the windshield. That adds things a little more, reduced visibility with some of the dusty sections. So you want to have your lighting setup dialed. Baja Designs, you know, they're so efficient for the output they produce. And I know a lot of you guys on the channel, you've off-roaded, and if you've had Baja Designs versus almost any other brand of light, the difference is pretty clear. There's a reason why they're looked at as a top brand. We love supporting them. We sell these products on our website. We have all these kits in stock on our website, chupacabraoffroad.com. So check it out if you want to learn more, but let's get into this headlight install video. So once you get everything out of the box, this is what it looks like when the driver's side is put together. Pretty simple, guys. 7/16" hardware up here with some little 3mm Allen keys. They all hang from the top down. There's two different brackets you have to put together, and they're both marked driver's side, which makes it very simple. So step one is get these out of the box, get them set up. You're gonna see a wide cornering light on the outside with two of the spotlights on the inside. As you can see, the way they set up, you can move them left to right a little, you can go up or down. You can even add some covers, like our Squadron Pros have some amber covers, emmet covers, rock covers, different patterns if you want to play around. Another nice feature of Baja Designs products. Quick tip when you're installing these things, guys, make sure you use some grease on this stainless steel hardware. Trust me, you do not want to mount these up without the grease. You will never be able to get them apart. So it makes it easier for adjustability. The bracket has some little slots so you can move the lights in and out, of course, side to side, up and down. Tons of adjustability, but make sure you don't have a scenario where you ever want to pull these off without having some grease. Another quick note too, the instructions said it only required a T20, two T20 screws, as well as a 7mm, but this is a 2021 XRC. It actually took 8mm socket along with a 7mm. So these lights are each going to mount up to the vehicle with 4 locations, the 3 up top and the 1 right here. So as you can see, we already removed the stock headlight here on the passenger side. We're going to go ahead and give you some tight clips of us installing those on the vehicle now. Okay, so you can see we've got the passenger side all installed, and pretty simple. This is the wiring harness that it comes with. So this is going to plug into your stock plug. And then each of these plugs are, of course, high quality Baja Designs, waterproof. And they're going to go ahead with the each specific outer, middle, and inner S1. So this is what it looks like when they're all plugged in. You can see they're hanging, so got to get in there and tidy it up with some zip ties, of course. Everything's out of the way. You don't want to have your fancy exterior with your fancier headlights looking janky, so we're gonna spend a little time and do that. Hey everybody, so this is what it looks like with the S1 headlight kit all installed. As you can see, what's nice, you're using all the stock plug and play wiring. And then you've got your high beam and your standard beam, where the high beam is gonna kick in the 2-center S1. So more adjustability there. You could always throw an amber cover on that inside S1. Tons of adjustability, tons of ways to tweak it and personalize it, which is something, of course, that we love. So now that the front end's finished lighting wise, I want to throw some numbers at you. So the headlight kit retails for $998. It's live in stock on our website. There's 2 options you can spring for the higher end version, which is the laser kit, and that replaces the inner S1 with the laser. Now, that's not necessarily a higher lumen count, but that's gonna shoot light 300% further than these guys. So that's $400 more. You have that optionality if you want to step up. If you want, you know, more of a race application, haul in the mail, you want something that shoots out far, you've got that. Now, this whole setup, I was doing a little bit of search on the Google. I couldn't find an exact lumen output of the stock BRP headlights. I know the Razor 1000 Razor Turbo was about 2,000 lumens, 2,500. So even if we gave Canam a little grace and we're saying the stock setup had 6,000 lumens, which it probably doesn't, we just bumped up to 14,250 lumens with this headlight kit. So you gotta like the simplicity. It is a little more on the pricey side than some other competitors out there, but you don't have to buy a switch, you don't have to buy a harness. It mounts up, it's out of the way, it looks clean, tons of adjustability, and of course it's Baja Designs quality, which can't be beat. So you got that, 14,250 lumens. I got my notes here. Of course on the Squadron Pros, 4,600 lumens per side. So we're talking 9,200 lumens up top, and sandwiched in the middle here is the Onyx 6, which I'm putting out 12,460 lumens. So with a lot of lights that don't really draw a lot of power amperage, these little guys down here, 20 watts, 1.45 amps. So the whole headlight kit's drawn under 9 amps total. With the Onyx 6, it's only drawn 108 watts or 8.4 amps. Again, the adjustability, the low amp draw, all said and done, I'm 35,910 lumens. So, you know, we're achieving the adjustability of the lumens, the ability to kind of tweak them as we need. Plenty, in my opinion, if you are leading the night ride in the dunes, which I always use as a reference, is where you probably want the most amount of light. You're following a guy, you can turn off, you can run your ambers, you can amber this setup. Your light's lower, so it's gonna work better in the dust anyway. Simple, you don't need to buy a $400 bumper to mount this stuff up. It's clean, so one way to spin the cat. Of course, with the Canam, you got a lot of options. We also have this in stock, which is the Onyx 6 with the upper shock mount package bracket that, of course, Baja Designs offers for the X3. So lots of options. Doesn't interfere with my windshield. You guys know I'm a windshield guy. I love it. You're not gonna have the whistle of the light bar. You're not gonna have a light bar. It's gonna be ineffective when you do get in the dust. So it's just an evolution. Lower power that we're asking with the efficiency of the Baja Designs lights, the adjustability. So hope you guys like this content. Check out these parts on our website, chupacabraoffroad.com. Tune in for part 2. We're gonna do some tuning, because like I said, we have all this cool stuff, but we'll get some drone clips. We'll show you guys what it looks like when we spread them out, we move them around, we play with the ambers, and show you what it's like in the real world when you're dodging bushes, you're hauling through the desert, you're hitting whoops. So stay tuned for that one. If you guys like the content, of course, please like and subscribe. And as always, we've got a whole lot more coming your way.